It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, one of the things they'd like to accomplish, getting good shots. Maybe easier said than done. Defenses are quick to adapt, but they know that that's what gives them the best chance to win. Great center matchup tonight. Shaq, I know you've been waiting all day to watch this one. One of the best low-post players of all time in yourself. Give us your thoughts on why the stretch five has become so popular.
Well, in a lot of offenses these days, floor spacing is king. And what you
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup live here in Houston. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. Now, DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves, and DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star. Kevin?
Well, DA, you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. Tonight, two great backcourts facing off. Brent, how often do you get caught up in a showdown with another guard?
Well, for me, it didn't happen all that much, Kevin, unless I was playing John Barry.
Now
I got fired
right.
up.
I get you.
I think it's amazing when you have these matchups during the regular season and you look at maybe the rhythm of some of these guys coming into the game.
Let's get a nice
Elite
game,
point guards, they have the ball in their hands. Sometimes they get caught up in that mano-a-mano duel, and as a two guard or somebody else playing with that player, it's really fun to watch.
You got to check yourself, though, don't you? You got to stay within the bounds.
Oh, there's no doubt that you still want to win the basketball game, but there are moments and minutes where their talent takes over, and that's when the show begins.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Horford. Lowry out there with Brown. Then it's Paul George, and it's Aldridge in at the power forward.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Lowry for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Korver. Right side sets the pick for Korver. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Irving, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
And he makes the first. And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Lowry drives in. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And his touch inside more than makes up for Lowry's lack of size. He's a terrific finisher in the paint and doesn't miss many once he gets in tight.
Now, here is Irving. side, Gordon. 6 to shoot. Gordon with the screen for Irving. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Trying to find that consistency from distance that's stretching out the defense, and that's why Kyrie always has an available driving lane.
Brown against DeRozan. Aldridge with a screen on DeRozan. Excellent use of the screen that time. Brown's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Right side a screen. Korver kicks to Gordon. On the wing, Irving. Now recovering. Free throw line jump shot. He gets it in there. 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie understanding the shot clock there, does not get rattled and knocks one down.
Aldridge a screen. To the middle. It's stolen by Korver. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Good on the bucket. He's got 9.
Almost perfect in the game to start. 3 of 4.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Well, the ageless wonder, Kyle Korver, still such a vital part of the offense. A blur on offense, constantly moving around to try to find an opening at the three-point line, and sometimes that pulls defenders away and opens up some more opportunities.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Lowry kicks to George. Off target with his 3. For Korver, he continues to climb the ranks of all-time three-pointers made.
Kyle last year passed the great Paul Pierce of the Boston Celtics, and Korver is not close to being done. In the all-time rankings, Kevin, interestingly enough, he has the least amount of games and total attempts of everyone in the top 5. That's some rarefied air.
And Denver has possession. The Rockets making the shot. Rocket 6. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Brown. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on DeRozan.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Lowry passes to Brown. He kicks to George. Picked by Horford. Outside Lowry. The shot's good on the assist by George. Lowry's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man. Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Brown the pass to Aldridge. Back to Brown. Horford against Whiteside. It's George on the wing. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. George has got his second basket of the game.
Well, he does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Pass to Porter. Shoots the three. Houston keeps it going. A new 24-second shot clock.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
Hassan Whiteside, a top 5 rebounder and shot blocker, and he led the league in both categories in recent years. One of the most formidable big men in the league.
Now here's Horford looking for his first basket still in this one. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Korver.
Opportunistic defense on that possession, guys.
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, with Whiteside, a great rim protector. Brent, how do you deal with him as an opposing team?
Well, the best thing you could do, Kevin, is pull him away from the basket. Don't let him sit in the restricted area. That means involving him in pick and rolls where your guards can get some momentum and get by him so that there's no rim protection around for you to get the finish.
And he knocks down the first one.
And not much of a surprise there. Kyrie, one of the better free throw shooters in the game and so hard to guard without fouling.
Both good from the line that time. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
There are times where you have to play with a little bit more caution. That's already his second foul in the first quarter.
Rockets have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And the first one drops.
You think about Hassan Whiteside's road to where he is now, a second-round pick, spent some time in the D League, now the G League, and it's great to see him turn his career around. You just wonder, how hungry is he to maximize his talent in the years to come?
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Here's Schroeder. Brown outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. 7 points for Jaylen Brown.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Now Whiteside. He's got 6. There's the triple, and that's good. Kyrie Irving for 3. Irving's got 17.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trade.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
And it's George finishing it off.
It's hard to read Paul George ahead of time. You don't want to give him any clues as to what you want to do defensively, and he operates so well in the pick and roll.
Now, here is Irving. 17 points in the game. Here's Whiteside. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 8.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
It's good.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Yeah, lots of points early, and the game plans on both sides, at least offensively, working to perfection.
Now here's Irving. And stolen by Horford. Brown against DeRozan. Brown outside. Pass to Horford. Lets it go from deep. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Houston in the lead. To the inside. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. DeRozan against Brown. No good. That would have tied it.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Irving up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Moving against Schroeder. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
He can't miss.
The Rockets have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Houston with a big group substitution here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Whiteside. Kenneth Faried comes in for Aaron Gordon. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Williams in for DeMar DeRozan.
One shot.
Brent, we're seeing a number of superstars sign shorter contracts with early opt-outs. Why have we seen that trend?
Well, I think in some of those cases, the players are knowing that the opportunity for a larger cap in the successive years, they want the opportunity to maximize their earning potential. So seeing a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James sign a 1-year deal or a 1+1, it gives them the opportunity to cash in a year later for the type of contract that they deserve, the maximum contract allowable.
That's good from Schroeder. An exciting team in Denver these days, and their fans are letting them know it.
Yeah, they're starting to get fired up in Denver. The arena sold out 14 times last year compared to just 3 times the year before. So for decades, this has been a football town. Nuggets starting to garner some attention with the type of roster and the way that they play.
That one is no good.
The potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning quick point guard.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Fader on the way, and it's good off the back rim and in. Carter's got his first basket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
McGee is screen on Green. Here's the floater. Green with the block, and he recovers it. The Nuggets trail by 4. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Faried. And Rubio kicks to Williams. The pass to McGee. And here's Winslow. McGee sets the pick for Winslow. No good that time. Excellent D there from George. Green passes to Schroeder. George with the screen on Rubio. Now Nance, covered by Rubio. Winslow against George. Lets it go with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead. Houston's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Pass to Winslow. Back to Williams. Fareed setting the pick for Williams. Poked away. Stolen by George. And it's Schroeder in the corner. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. .141 left to play in the first. Rubio against Schroeder. The 11-footer. Winslow's shot is off.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort. Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Now here's Winslow after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. McGee is screen on Green. Williams. Shot to stop the drought. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Nuggets going the other way. Winslow against George. This is to Schroeder. There's a screen. Green inside. He's guarded by Williams. Just 3 to shoot. Carter inside the three-point line. And the shot falls short this time.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Williams against Green. Nance sets a screen for Green. Good. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
McGee is screen on Green. McGee is screen. Williams kicks to Rubio. The 3. Sinks the triple. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Houston. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit, he adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, to me, the story of that first period was their rebounding.
Yeah, jumping out to a lead largely because they did the hard work on the glass. So you love the passion in the early part of this game that they're playing with.
We've got Justice Winslow, Lou Williams out there with Ricky Rubio, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Fareed in at the 4. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here is Lowry. He feeds it to Carter. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Houston. McGee's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Williams kicks to Rubio. They grab their own miss, and that one drops for him. And the Rockets lead by 5.
That's just a poor job by the defense to let the Manimal get the rebound. He's the last guy you want to get free under there.
Carter against McGee. That one good for 2. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Fareed setting the pick for Rubio. Here's Williams. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter. The Nuggets trail by 5. Green dishes to Carter. Kicks to Nance. Green, the screen. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Can't convert after the good screen.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter. Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. They get it back, and it's Carter missing. Houston leading by 5. Winslow with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. McGee, the pass to Rubio. And it's slammed in by Faried.
And that's what the defense gets for allowing Faried to get room there to throw it down. He's one of the hardest working players in the game.
And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greggy finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat-and-mouse game better than Lou Williams.
Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Whiteside's checked in for Reed. Aaron Gordon comes in for Winslow. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Denver also making some changes. Al Horford is checked in for Carter. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Gerald Green. Now here is Lowry, following the miss by Aaron Gordon. McGee against Aldridge. To stop the run. The Rockets pull it in. McGee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Gordon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Free throw good, Gordon. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken 4th overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd become. His outside shot has improved by leaps and bounds and always plays with speed and athleticism. And now I think he's got a much more fully rounded game, which makes him dangerous.
Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
and
to coach
that
a team.
Kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league, sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job.
Right.
Because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Irving's got 22.
And Irving is so difficult to stay with in the pick and roll. The moment he gets that kind of room, he's going to pull.
And Brown throws it down hard.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Gordon with a screen on Lowry. Irving kicks to Gordon. And it's Korver in the corner. Houston moving the ball around. Gordon with the screen for Irving. That three off the mark.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
Johnson inside. Guarded by Korver. Shot by Johnson, no good. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 16-7 run. Whiteside, a screen on Johnson. Out to DeRozan, all alone. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Now here's Brown. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Korver. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Outstanding job by Korver in how he swings the pass over to the most open man on the court.
Lowry dishes to Johnson. He kicks to Horford. Aldridge with a screen on Korver. Here's Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
Remember back in 2016, James Johnson signed a make-good contract with the Heat. He's transformed his body, going from about 274 to under 240. And in the following season, they rewarded him with a 4-year, $60 million deal.
And he makes the first. And for James Johnson, losing all that weight seems to have unlocked his versatile, high-energy game, Greg.
Yeah, and this lower weight, Kevin, this guy's a wall of muscle. You combine that with the greater mobility, and now he possesses an athletic advantage most every night he takes the floor. And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
George is checked in for James Johnson. Shot from the inbound, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And a nice show of strength from Whiteside there. Slapped on the shot, but still makes the basket.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
One shot.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Nuggets trail by 12. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
It's George on the wing, guarded by Korver. George with the bucket.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Irving against Lowry. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for Houston.
Now he's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Here's Aldridge. But they get it back.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Whiteside sets the pick for Irving. Whiteside, a screen on George. Back to Irving. Gordon with the screen for Irving.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Denver. Irving kicks to Whiteside. And they double up Whiteside.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
The Rockets have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And both free throws good from Whiteside. The Nuggets trail by 14. Schroeder passes to Bryant. Back to Schroeder. Picked by Horford. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Aldridge kicks to Brown. Denver passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Shot from the wing.
Kyrie more and more wants to take pride on the defensive end, so encouraging to see him out there with a hand up on that one.
Got a piece of it. Passes to Gordon. Now, here's Whiteside. Korver dishes to Gordon. Pass to Whiteside. Here's Irving. And that one drops. Irving's got 26.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Schroeder. Aldridge a screen. Horford with a screen on Irving. Irving against Schroeder. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
Irving kicks to DeRozan. Right side a screen. DeRozan against Brown. Kept alive. Outside Gordon. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets trail by 14. Schroeder outside. The pass to George. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. Houston's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Schroeder against Irving. Left side, DeRozan. Shoots over Brown. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 4 points this quarter.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Now, here is George. 14 points for him. And that one's good by Aldridge.
That's a pretty sweet dish there by Paul George, just selfless on that play.
Houston leading by 11. Right side a screen. DeRozan passes to Whiteside. Irving against Schroeder. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Paul George in 2017-18 taking his three-point shooting to new heights. In fact, Brent, the best percentage of his career. Most makes, too.
Well, he's one of the league leaders, Kevin, every year, and just becomes so dangerous from the three-point line. He playing in that secondary offensive role in OKC, he pretty much feasted on catch-and-shoot opportunities with Westbrook having the ball.
And the confidence Irving plays with is really admirable. You can tell he feels like no one can guard it.
Kenneth Faried's checked in for Houston. Winslow comes in for Kyle Korver. The Nuggets also changing it up. Nance comes in for Al Horford. And it's Gerald Green in for Jaylen Brown. The Nuggets trail by 12. Schroeder kicks to Nance. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Nance a screen. Nobody near George. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
It's stolen by DeRozan. The dish to Irving. DeRozan passes to Irving. Right side a screen. Here's DeRozan. Again, the Rockets score.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
And he makes that one. 9 points for Aldridge.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
13 feet away. No good from Irving. The Nuggets trail by 14. Here's Schroeder. Some solid defense there from Irving. Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Winslow. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Winslow's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Green. Pass to Aldridge. Goes up off the pick. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Schroeder against Irving. Right side a screen. Here's DeRozan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. DeRozan's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan.
Got it!
No way!
Got it! What a shot!
Woo. Oh, beats the buzzer from way down court. These fans are stunned.
And so it's the Houston Rockets, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Kyle, big double-digit lead here at the end of the half. What's been the difference?
I mean, we're at home, playing with energy. We knocked down some shots. We can be better, but, you know, we'll take a double-digit lead for sure.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 27 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, the difference in the first half, no one handled Kyrie. He beat you off the dribble, spotting up. He gets his shot in too many different ways. So you end up having to run an extra defender at him, and that's when he finds the open man.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
Rockets leading by 14. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Lowry. He's out there with Brown. Horford is out there with Paul George. And it's Aldridge in at the 4 spot. Here is Whiteside. Unloads from 13. And it's Houston with another.
That's big. If Whiteside steps up like that, can face you up and knock down stuff from distance, it adds a huge dimension to the offensive sets.
Now, here is George. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. On the wing, Korver. It's DeRozan top of the key. Just 4 to shoot. Off the screen. That shot missing. Now Denver takes it the other way. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
One shot, gentlemen.
Brown no good on the free throw. Houston leading by 12. Korver kicks to DeRozan. Knocked away and stolen by Aldridge. George with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. George passes to Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Houston's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Irving attacking, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Well, PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances, and that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
That one is off. A lot of fans in Indiana upset with Paul George for deciding to leave. Do they have a point, Brent, or is that unfair?
I think it's a little unfair, Kevin. 7 great years from Paul George. Obviously had to recover from the leg injury and came back strong. But PG wanting to go somewhere where he could win a title, and that's a decision that every player has to make. PG thought somewhere else he might have that opportunity and maybe more chances to do so.
Now here's Brown. He's got 11. Picked by Horford. Aldridge with a screen on Irving. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Horford no luck.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now here is Irving. And he has 28 points for the game. And the jam by Whiteside.
Whiteside has been the show tonight, putting up some monster numbers.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
Well, he didn't exactly light it up from the free throw line a season ago. Shot right around 70%.
One shot. One shot.
The Nuggets trail by 14. Picked by Horford. Lowry kicks to Aldridge, and it's blocked by Gordon. Outside Korver. Whiteside sets the pick for Korver. In the corner, Irving with it. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that one miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. To the inside, and finished off by Horford.
Just fundamental basketball. Horford really flushing it down there. Makes it look so easy, and big guys often do.
Gordon with a screen on Lowry. Irving attacking over Lowry, and Houston again with the bucket.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
They get a hand on it. Kicks it to Horford. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists tonight. Passes it to Whiteside. And the shot is long. The Nuggets trail by 15. Outside, George. Aldridge, the pass to Brown. Denver passing it around. Rocket 6. Aldridge a screen. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. The 3 from Korver. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
When you give room to Kyle Korver, he's going to burn you. You have to play up on him and get him to drive.
Pass to Brown. To the inside. Here's George. Korver with the defensive effort. Here's Houston now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. DeRozan dishes to Irving. Gordon with the screen for Irving. Back to DeRozan. Right side a screen. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Now here's Brown. 11 points in the game. Horford with the screen on Irving. Lowry kicks to Brown. Picked by Horford. Shoots off the screen. Brown, good. Brown's got 13 points.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game. Houston making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Whiteside. Williams comes in for Kyle Korver. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Carter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Here's George. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Well, great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
One shot.
About Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Now here's Williams. 8 points for him. He kicks to DeRozan. Over George. DeRozan's shot is off.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
Williams against Brown. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. George against DeRozan. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Nuggets have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from George. The Nuggets making a switch here. Green's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Gordon with the screen for Rubio. Here's DeRozan, and it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Lays it up off the glass. George has got 9 points now in just the second half.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
And Rubio kicks to DeRozan. McGee is screen on George. DeRozan lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. DeRozan's got 14 points for the game.
I'll give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Here's Lowry. Got a piece of it. And here's DeRozan. 14 points for him. Rubio outside. Ball's knocked loose. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
And when you look at DeRozan and how he's, transformed himself the last few years, he has become one of the more efficient scorers at a loaded shooting guard position. And some could argue he is one of the best guards in the entire league at this point of his career.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Houston. And that one's good, George.
Now you can depend on Paul George to shoulder some of this offensive load. There are times where this team can turn over the reins to him, and he capitalizes that time.
And with DeMar DeRozan, do you see him, Greg, potentially being an MVP winner during his career?
I mean, I think he's headed in that direction already. When you look at how he's progressed each and every year, his team is always competitive in large part to what he does out on the floor. I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was named MVP before it's all said and done.
In this day and age of stretch 4s and 5s, you can't forget about Horford on the perimeter. Burns them from that distance.
Now here's Winslow. Outside Williams. McGee is screen on Schroeder. Williams can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 11. Down low. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight. Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Timeout called, the Rockets. Fareed's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Inside. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Well, even when you get physical with Lou Williams, he'll use that against you. Keeps his balance that time.
And Fareed sends it back. There's Winslow. Here's McGee. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Schroeder kicks to George. Picked by Horford. Outside, George. Horford the pass to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's George. Some solid defense from Fareed. Rockets leading by 13. Rubio outside. To the paint. There's Winslow. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Winslow's got 5.
I like to see Justice Winslow doing great work on the interior like that.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. The Nuggets making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. McGee is screen. Knocked loose. George with the ball. Williams picks him up, and George gets it to go.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Screen by Fareed. Winslow dishes to Williams. To the middle. Green against Winslow. Green kicks to Long. The pass to George. Schroeder outside. 5 on the clock. Outside Aldridge. From deep, George. Rockets with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Pass to Williams. McGee sets the pick for Williams. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Couldn't complete the play.
Rockets leading by 13. Rubio the pass to McGee, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Green against Winslow. Passes it to George. Kicks to Lowry. George dishes to Lowry. Aldridge with a screen on Rubio. Here's Schroeder, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Very creative off the screen. You give Schroeder any kind of separation, he's going to look to exploit it.
McGee a screen, pass to Rubio. Trying to get back on track. The long distance three is buried. Rubio's got 6.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Rockets ahead. They lead by 14. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. A chance here to get a quick injury report. And let's get an update on Al Horford's injury. David, any news?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Nuggets head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Kyle Korver is out there with Winslow. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Irving at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. There's Winslow, the three, and Irving with the basket on the assist by Winslow. And that's 36 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And George with the stuff.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
Houston leading by 13. Right side a screen. Irving for 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Lowry. He dishes it to Schroeder. Horford kicks it over to Schroeder. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Schroeder. Stolen by Winslow. Here's Irving. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Outside Lowry. Back to Schroeder. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Clock at 4. Aldridge a screen. Off target from three-point range. The Rockets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Winslow, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Irving against Schroeder. Over Irving, and it's sent back by Irving.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Rubio the pass to Irving, and good that time. Irving's got 43 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Lowry kicks to George. Shot to stop the run. The kick out to Aldridge. Lowry from outside. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Aldridge has got 3 assists tonight.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Timeout called, the Rockets. So for the Rockets, Aaron Gordon comes in for Justice Winslow, and DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And Denver with a change here too. Brown is checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here is Irving. Gordon a screen. Irving gets room off the pick. It's hauled in by Brown.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. You're not going to miss those all that often.
Horford kicks to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Here's DeRozan. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Aldridge. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
Outside DeRozan. Back to Irving. Outside DeRozan. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lowry kicks to Brown. Lowry against Irving. Aldridge, the pass to Brown. Right side, George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Now here is Irving. Gordon a screen. Oh, right side in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
As soon as that pass was released, Whiteside's eyes lit up, and he finishes that off with some style.
George passes to Aldridge. George against Korver. Gordon with the screen for Korver. Outside Gordon. Houston moving the ball around. Right side, a screen on Brown. DeRozan dishes to Irving. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Irving's got 46 points. The Nuggets trail by 21. Lowry kicks to Brown. Picked by Horford. Back to Lowry. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Irving from long range. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Down low, it's stolen by DeRozan. And it's blocked by Brown. To halt the run, and DeRozan sends it back. On the wing, Brown. 5 on the clock. Horford sets a screen for Brown. Second shot opportunity. That one misses. Gordon with the defensive effort. Houston's gotten in the groove from 3-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the 3rd quarter ended. DeRozan against Brown. Now, here's DeRozan. He's tightly guarded. The three. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Aldridge, the pass to George. Dishes to Horford. Aldridge with a screen on Korver. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
One shot.
Rockets leading by 21. Outside Irving. Right side a screen. And another one falls. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Lowry kicks to Horford. Back to Lowry. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Rocket shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. George against Korver. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Korver. And that's now 20 points for DeMar DeRozan. And a dunk by Horford.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Irving attacking, feeds it to Whiteside. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Poked away. Now DeRozan. Shoots over Brown. And it's DeRozan missing.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And one item that DeRozan never seems to get enough credit for, Greg, he is a terrific playmaker.
Ever since DeRozan became a perennial all-star, his passing has improved. I mean, keeps his head up even while attacking with the ball. Great awareness for where his teammates are in terms of relation to his attack after a double team.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. The Nuggets trail by 21. Lowry passes to George. Shoots over Korver. George, no good. Houston's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Oh, Whiteside in position. Left side Lowry. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Lowry's got 7 points for the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Whiteside, a screen on Lowry. Offensive rebound, and there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. full 24-second shot clock. Whiteside kicks to Irving.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Big Cat, who's checked in for Denver. Here's Irving. Over Lowry. That one wide left. The Nuggets trailed by 19. Outside, George. Horford sets a screen for George. Horford with a screen on Irving. 6 to shoot. Horford kicks to George. Shoots over Korver. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You have got to box out Horford on the glass, given his size and his strength. Nice persistence by him to grab the rebound.
Now, here is Irving. Good work defensively by Horford.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Houston.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyrie Irving.
He was remarkable. Absolutely destroyed the opposition. Any matchup he had tonight, it felt like he was going to dominate.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're up by 15. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. .109 left here in the fourth quarter. Fareed the pass to Rubio. Oh, Fareed in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Icing on the cake right there, fellas, for what has been just a phenomenal performance.
Well, they are the mayors of City Hall in Blowout City. These guys were locked and loaded tonight, not to be denied.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
One shot.
Williams with the ball. Rubio outside. McGee a screen. And Rubio kicks to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Shot off the screen. Offensive rebound. The pass to Rubio. And some nice passing there by Houston. Over to the wing. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. On the wing, Winslow. McGee sets the pick for Winslow. Fareed the pass to Rubio.
Shooting two, gentlemen.
First one falls for him.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
Both free throws good from Rubio. Schroeder against Rubio. Schroeder kicks to Green. The fader. He can't get that one. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent